mga kababayan, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Laruan ni Obi-Wan. This I consider to be one of the best box sets of 2020. So from Marvel Legends, we have Hawkeye, Logan, and we have half a Hulk. So these action figures are from the Old Man Logan storyline or comic storyline. We now have a complete view of the contents of these box sets. Of course, we have the two figures, the action figures, and we have a figurine. Actually, this baby Hulk is a member of the Hulk gang. That is that Bruce Banner. For us who have read the Old Man Logan story, so this is pretty much an accessory that would go with Logan. As for these heads, we have one interchangeable head for the Logan action figure. We have the other head that would go for the Hawkeye figure. So we have the accessories associated with Hawkeye, and I guess this handset is going to be allocated for the Old Man Logan action figure, since in the storyline he has already relinquished his alternate persona of Wolverine and is living a quiet life with a family. So it's only at the end of the story that he's going to pop his clothes once again when he loses all members of his family to the Hulk gang. So let's take out all of the contents of this box set and let's examine each. The Old Man Logan that we previously had, the one with the bomber's jacket, yes, it's okay, but this is a better version of that mold. So we have a trench coat now with an alternate head sculpt, but that brimmed hat is fixed to this head sculpt, unlike this head sculpt which is from the previous version that was released. Actually, I like this better. Now the color of the brimmed hat perfectly matches the rest of the coat area, because sometimes we are presented with an action figure that the coat area would be of different shade, and then the sleeves of that coat would be of a different shade, even if for example they're black, but sometimes the black on the coat and the black on the arms or the sleeves is different. But with this action figure, we have uniformity of color. So we have weathering on the front of the coat, so that is just not the light reflecting on the surface or the creases of the coat, but actually where my forceps are moving through are actually weathering on the coat material. So we also have holes on the coat, we have tears on the edges of the coat, we have holes, and on the back of the coat we also have a bit of weathering. So I also love that I really am not sure whether these interchangeable, the handsets that were included is for Hawkeye or Logan, but I just presume that it's going to be for the Logan figure, because in the storyline, the Old Man Logan storyline, it's just going to be at the end of the story that he's going to pop his clothes to avenge the death of his family from the Hulk gang. So majority of the storyline, when he was traveling, I mean with Hawkeye, he did not pop or use his adamantium clothes, so it was pretty much just fists all the way. Okay, now we have weathering on the coat, and the hat is also quite torn on the edges of it, but on the base figure, the shirt and the pants, they are really nice and glossy, so they really look like brand new, fresh out of store. So it's going to be up to us collectors or owners of this box figure set to really add weathering to the pants and to the shirt of Logan. So maybe adding a little bit of black shades to that shirt would really make it look old, and a little bit possibly of white or black on the pants, and a little bit of possibly white on the toe areas of these boots would I guess really be the perfect weathered look for this old man Logan action figure, I mean. So we have the figure of the Hulk. Actually, that on the thing that I just don't I like the mold, especially on the head sculpt of this accessory, but I wish that this Logan action figure had a way of carrying this baby Hulk on his person, possibly a front strap over here that we could display this this old man Logan with this baby Hulk, so possibly this way. So in the photos and the video shots, I think I'll add a little bit of straps to this cloth area, that is wrapping this baby Hulk action figure, and possibly just hanging this accessory to the front of Logan this way. So I think that's the best way to carry the Hulk. So let's move on to the Hawkeye action figure, which is actually the best out of two. But actually, both of them are really good looking action figures, especially this one. I really enjoyed this version of Old Man Logan. As for the other handset that it already has, this clothed handset, yeah, it's okay. We could interchange handsets, or you could either match one that has this hand and one that has clothes, and he's possibly holding on to the baby. So later we're going to show that in the photos and the video shots. So let's move on to the Hawkeye action figure. So we basically have the Hawkeye action figure without the accessories on. Actually, it's just two pieces of accessories that are attached to the figure. But I just want to enjoy this fine piece of toy art in front of us right now. One of the things that I really like with this action figure is the way Hasbro has sculpted the body, because he has the capacity to really tuck his arms to center line, because some action figures we have in the previous releases, not necessarily Hawkeye but other characters, because we have flaring on the side of the torso over here, some of the figures does not have the capacity to really tuck their shoulders to center line, unlike this action figure of Hawkeye. And with regards to proportion, you could see that the arms are not way too long or way too short. The length of the legs are also just right. The length of the torso in relation to the rest of the body, the length of the neck, and the way the head sculpt rests on top of the neck. So really fine looking action figure. And I love how Hasbro really sculpted the headpiece or the head sculpt of this Hawkeye action figure. Even if he has very long hair, it does not impede speed the articulation on this head sculpt, so he is free to really move that head sculpt in the direction that is allocated for the joints. So sometimes we have action figures, especially female action figures, produced by Hasbro. I would mention the Agent Carter. For the What If wave, we have a really nice looking head sculpt, but that head sculpt really does not have the capacity to move in directions just like this head sculpt of Hawkeye. So really love how it is designed, even if Hawkeye has really long hair. So the hair is molded in such a way that the neck area is free to articulate. And look at that really nice head sculpt on this Hawkeye action figure, especially on this side, and this head sculpt actually is also good. I also tried it on the figure, but if you really want this specific Hawkeye action figure to really stand out in your display, this is the head sculpt to use instead of this. So if you're going to customize or custom build another Hawkeye action figure and put this on another Marvel Legends body, then at least you have this head sculpt to work with. So let's attach all the accessories that are associated with this action figure. Let's examine the two accessories that really make a Hawkeye action figure a Hawkeye action figure. Of course, it's going to be the bow and the arrow and the quiver set. Especially in this set, we have two sets of bows. So one with the arrow and one that is more neutral. So I was really in box, I was really attracted to this when I purchased this some time ago. So I was really interested in this piece, but somehow when I attach this or display this accessory with the action figure, especially in a firing stance like this, this bow and arrow becomes the main attraction instead of the beautifully sculpted and painted action figure. This becomes the centerpiece instead of that. But if you just pair this action figure with this more neutral bow, so for example this way, the rest of the details of the action figure really pops out. So I guess the way to go, if you're going to if you're interested in possibly displaying this Hawkeye action figure with this set, is to paint the arrow and the string areas into black. So when you pair it with the action figure, this thing does not take all the glory, and the action figure just becomes a base for this bow and arrow. We have all of the accessories now with this Hawkeye action figure. So that bow without the arrow, the messenger bag, and that quiver full of arrows. So actually, if you're going to really pose this action figure, because the hair is designed in such a way that is moving outwards to really improve the articulation on the neck. But with this quiver set on the back, sometimes if you move the head, it would just dislodge the quiver set off from the back of the figure. So if you're going to use this head sculpt with this action figure, I think it is best for me personally, when I played with this figure, to really angle the quiver set this way on the back of this Hawkeye action figure. So it's going to be really rests at this certain angle, because as you move the head to really pose this action figure in a certain way, this the scalp of the hair the hair sculpt won't interfere with the backpack or the quiver pack of this Hawkeye action figure. So it won't you won't be always picking up that quiver set and reattaching it on the back of the action figure. You're free to move that awesome looking head sculpt in directions where you want to pose that head, or make that head sculpt look in a certain way. So let's put the old man Logan with Hawkeye. So we are ready for the photos and the video shots. So if you like this review of this 2020 Old Man Logan set from Marvel Legends, like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on the next video.